All right, really funny use case today for my good buddy Claude, the AI tool. Kelsey I work with and my wife Rachel say that he's my boyfriend, and I don't care. They can make fun of me. He's very useful, and I'm glad that he's in my life. And I've got offsite actually this week and next week that I'm facilitating. One for a retainer client, but the week after is for a client that I really only do offsites with so far. It's a university enrollment division specifically, and one of the things that we do before offsites is debrief with the principal leader, so Javier in this instance, where the team is, the kinds of things that are holding them back, the kinds of things they're excelling at, and we try to take from all of the things we can do across 2 days, like how do we prioritize those 2 days to do the things that are really going to advance the team towards whatever the objectives are. So it's almost always we incorporate something that helps the team be more cohesive, almost always we incorporate something that helps them identify and get more optimized around strategies that help them scale. Almost always we're doing something in this space around growth and marketing, something that's going to be attributed to revenue. Not necessarily in this case, as a university and enrollment division, it's a little bit different, but typically. So in doing that, talking to Javier, one of the things that stood out is how many different priorities the team has and how spread thin they can be across those priorities, not only trying to work inside of their space, but also trying to help outside of their division and stay from being siloed, which I love. They're a great team. Javier's a great leader. So in that, one of the things that came out is what if we did, in addition to the other assessments, a quick audit for their team that just not at all to check, are they working hard or are they working as many hours as they're supposed to be, but for sure to check what priorities do they think are the top ones and how aligned is their time, energy, resources to those priorities. So worked with Claude, you can dive in here, worked with Claude and built what I thought. I like to stay in Claude when we're doing things like this until we have really the right kind of output before I do anything from a design perspective or coding perspective. And this would have taken me so long, but it's so expensive before to do something like this. And this is just so fun that we get to do this. So what came out of this ended up being a Google Doc that we're called this audit. And then I worked with Claude to design and code something. This is the amount of people that are going to take it and fed those in. And been working a lot more now. I have a design system in Claude built to actually deploy code so that we can actually send it to people that's customized. And this is what came out, and I thought it came out so cool. Worked with it a little bit to get it here, but honestly, it was really close right off the bat. And what we're able to send them, in addition to the other assessments, is what feels like a pretty custom form for them to fill out that they can give us their information if they want. It can stay anonymous if they want. We can take this and export a CSV from it, which is built into the Forms tool here in Netlify that we're using to deploy it. And really simple questions, but powerful questions they can go through and answer that help us walk into what will be even just a 2-3 hour portion of a 2-day offsite with a lot more data, with them actually more prepared because they filled something out. And I didn't have to go pay a bunch of money to get this done. I didn't have to go spend a bunch of time or resources to get it done. And it feels really custom and it feels really personalized, and it really is just for them. And so this is how the assessment shook out, and when they go through here, they can submit it. And I'm just so pumped as a consultant to be able to, in a small shop, it's me and one other person for Green Thumb. And we try to spend like 90% of our time just helping clients as opposed to really like working on products or things like that inside of the business. That's just not where we are as a company. And so how fast we can deploy something like this for one company for one offsite is so cool to me, and how helpful it's going to be for the offsite that we're leading. And so it's a great time to be a small shop. It's a great time to be able to have creative ideas like this and then deploy them so quickly and use them and actually get real feedback. And so many fun use cases. This is just one that popped up today that I wanted to share.